Hello friends, CJ here. We are actually on the WoW Retail PTR 10.0. This is the Dragonflight pre-patch. It is available and anyone can actually download the PTR and jump on and see the changes that will be happening when Dragonflight goes live. So today I thought I would do a quick little video on some of the UI changes. The UI has definitely been overhauled, and I thought it would be kind of fun to take a look and see. As you can see, just on the initial, just initially seeing, the player unit frame here is different. The action bars are very different. You've got the your XP, and then an additional, like an additional tracking. Whether it's like reputation or whatever else that you're tracking, is there. You can see that the world map, is very different. In addition, we've also got our little icons here, which would normally have been kind of lumped together with the action bars. They've been completely redesigned, more of a modern look. So I thought it would be kind of cool to take a look at it. I'm really actually digging this new UI, to tell you the truth. It's very clean, very modern, and I like it so far. I think it's definitely overdue when it comes to World of Warcraft. The other thing I noticed too is you also have this little feature here if you wanted to condense your buffs, which is kind of cool, I think. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and kind of jump in and see what's new. So here's the options menu, and immediately it's very different than what it was from the previous iteration of it. So everything is broke up. You've got system, gameplay, and accessibilities. And so we're going to start here. So the graphics, as you can see, everything is set here. The interesting thing is you've also got the UI scale, which is a little bit more easier to find than it is now. And this allows you to basically increase or decrease the size of the UI. So right now it's set to the lowest, but if we were to just bump it to say just 100% and apply, you'll see what that looks like. I mean, everything is so much bigger, right? I definitely don't like that. So we're gonna put that back and drop that there. And so to me, this is definitely how I like to roll with my UI. So you can see that change. Let's go back. Oops, did not want to do that, but we're gonna get to this. This is the edit mode, which is one of the main features actually. So I'm definitely gonna be looking into that. We've got your graphics quality sliders. You've got all of your other, graphics related settings here. You can set your max foreground FPS. You can do a max background FPS. You can do your target FPS. This is interesting because if you enable this option, it will allow your graphics card to dynamically reduce the graphics quality if you fall below the 60 FPS or whatever frame rate that you set there. So that's pretty cool. And then you have your gamma, brightness, and contrast. So yeah, this is definitely, I like it because it's all fairly condensed into an easy, manageable, menu. Next thing you've got is audio. I don't really do anything in here except I like to loop the music, so I checked that. You can set your system defaults and all that here. Voice chat for the in-game voice chat option. This can all be set here, so that's good to know. Languages, of course, and this is your network. Now we get into the gameplay controls. So this is your options here. As you can see, a lot of them are pretty much the same, but they're all now housed together under this gameplay, heading. Let's see. The interesting one was this empowered spell input. This is for spells that you can like, yeah, what is it? Let's just read it. It says empowered spells as opposed to a cast or channel spell require a second input to complete the spell. So basically, like on the Drakthir, they've got some spells that if you hold it down, it kind of builds up the power, and then once you release it, it will release the full power of the spell. So that's going to be interesting to kind of play around with. Oh, the other thing too I noticed was that now you can combine your bags into a single backpack. So right now, if we hit the bag option, let's go here, you can see that they all just open up individual bags and whatnot. But if we go back here and we do this, now, voila, look at that. This actually replaces one of the add-ons that I use regularly. So this is a very welcomed quality of life addition. Plus you can search and you can clean up your bags. Like, this is massive. I absolutely love this. The only thing would be is if you could move this somewhere else on the screen. I think that would be fantastic. But I am very, very happy about this. All right, let's see. Of course, your mouse, camera, all that kind of stuff. Interface, not much has changed here. Now the action bars are actually included here. So we've got our first action bar here. This is action bar 2, as you can see. Action bar 3 will actually get stacked up here, which is kind of nice. And then there is the right action bar, and then the second right action bar, which are here. So now, I mean, you've got a lot of options here when it comes to your action bars. I know personally, this would be enough for me. I wouldn't need any other type of action bar add-on to be able to really, I think, be comfortable. I think this is cool that you can stack this stuff now. Again, it reduces the need for a specific add-on to do that. Let's see, what else is there? Oh yeah, the show numbers for cooldowns. So let's see here. I've got, let's use this. So what we're going to do is if we pop this right now, you can see that it's just kind of a, it's just gradually filling in, you know, it's darkened, and then as it fills around, it lightens back up again. Probably not the best description, but that's basically what it is. It goes from dim to fully lit, and then, you know, it's back off cooldown. But if you click this, then you'll see the actual countdown there for a quick reference. I love that. I think that's something that, I mean, actually I use that all the time. My interface add-on I use has that, and so I think it's fantastic. So that's something I'm definitely going to be rocking with. The lock action bars, this allows you to basically lock your stuff here, so you can't like drag anything off. Again, that's nothing that's new. Let's see here. What else is there? Combat. Let's see. I don't really see anything else. Oh yeah, there is, let's see. There is this in-game navigation. That is like the little way marker, the little waypoint. Let's see it. Yeah, so you can see right here, my next quest objective is like 462 yards away. So if we go in there and we disable that, then that little marker is no longer there. So some people may like that, some people may not. I'm kind of indifferent to it. Let's see, you can rotate the minimap if you'd want to do that. The one thing I didn't see was them actually being able to adjust the size of the minimap. I think it's a little too large, but that's just me. There is the outline mode, so in addition to quest objectives, selection outlines can be turned on for mouse over or target. So yeah, you can go ahead and choose how you want to do quest objectives. So if you want to just use the objective only, or if you want to completely run disabled, you completely have those options. So I think that's pretty cool. Raid profiles, in case you want to get into those. Here's your social. Not much has really changed, I don't think, here. So yeah, those are pretty easy, or those are pretty much the same. The key bindings, this is pretty interesting. I thought this was cool. They now have a quick bind option. So it says you were in quick key bind mode. Mouse over a button and press the desired key to set the binding for that button. I absolutely love that. So let's do this. We're gonna go here, and we're gonna press this, and we're gonna do Shift and M. And look at that. It automatically completely sets it in a quick bind mode. This is really amazing, because I can't tell you how hard it's been sometimes to be going through and figuring out, like, all right, which action bar do I have here? Which one is this? And no. This is just so easy. Such a huge quality of life. So bravo, Blizzard. You did a fantastic job there. Absolutely love that. Let's see. They have a loot key, but if you got auto loot on, it's not a big deal. And then, of course, all your key bindings here goes through like the interface panel. So yeah, all of this stuff again has just been condensed into one, one heading, and I absolutely love it. No longer do you have to go around and hunt and find certain things. Everything is logically grouped together. So that is really good. And then the accessibility. I don't really use a lot of the accessibility stuff, but there are people who are colorblind, and they can enable the colorblind mode. Let's see what that does. I don't know if that does anything. Probably not. Probably because I don't have it set. But anyways, yeah. So I think it's pretty interesting. And then text-to-speech. So if you can transcribe your voice chat and things like that. But I think that's really great that they have these accessibility options for players that need that, because World of Warcraft should be open to everybody, and everyone should have that ability to play with their friends and enjoy the game. So yeah, that's great. Okay, so the next big one, this is kind of the meat and potatoes of the game, was the edit mode. So as we know previously, WoW's interface hasn't changed in forever. I mean, since the game came out in 2005, and it's now just getting an update, like 20 years later. So yeah, it's definitely awesome that they are now doing that. It's gonna breathe. It really kind of brings this really great fit and finish, like this polish to the game. But there's been a lot of add-ons that allow you to, customize your UI and drag bars and do things and place things. And the Blizzard interface out of the box was very static. It never allowed for that. So now it is going to allow for that. And I absolutely think it is fantastic. It is so cool that Blizzard is doing this now. So this UI that we see here is called the modern UI. It has our player unit frames and stuff right here, down instead of up here. So I know personally I love playing like this, having my unit frames here. This is the modern UI. They do have an option for a classic, and you can see that the unit frames are moved up here. It still doesn't change the actual bars, but it does change where the unit frames are placed. Let's go ahead and set this back here to modern. And the other big thing with this, of course, is now the option of being able to move and to customize everything. So if we wanted to, say, take this action bar number 4, any of you guys who watch my videos know that I like to have an action bar kind of up here in the upper left corner. Well, now we can do that. I don't have to have an add-on to do that. So what we can do is a number of columns. We can stretch it, right? We can make it go any way we want, and then you can, yeah, it's awesome how we are able to really do this, right? Like, so very cool. Let's see here. So if we wanted to do, yeah, see, you can stretch it. The orientation, you can change it. So this would go right up here, right? And icon size, you can make it as large or as small as possible, is what you would like. I'd probably rock it about 90%. All right, we put that up in the corner there. And then you can adjust to how many, you know, how many icons, how many little squares you want. And so now what we can do, oh, snap to the right side. Oh, no, that's cool. I didn't know that. Okay, so let's just go ahead and reset that. So horizontal, and move it up here, just like that. Now, like if we go into and we exit out, it's going to want us to save this. So we'll just name this as test. And there we go, right? So we've got our action bar up there. And we are completely free to set keybinds, to do whatever we want with it. I love that. I think that is so awesome that we now have this freedom to do these things. As you can see, also, what is great is they have this grid. I am very OCD. I always try to line things up when I am building or customizing my UI. And I hate it when things are off-centered or, you know, slightly askew or something. This way, the grid allows you to set that, and you are completely free to move, you know, like this focus frame. If you don't want the focus frame there, you can put the focus frame, you know, right here, and you can line it up with a grid. And that way you know, it's clean, it's efficient, and things are in line, and I love that. It's really cool. You've also got options with like the target frame. So if you want buffs on top, you can see that these little buffs are on top, or you can rock with them on the bottom. You know, the cast bar underneath, if you want to move your cast bar underneath your frame, you can do that, or you can reset it here. The bar size, you can increase this. All right, this is the encounter bar, and extra abilities that may pop up. You know, if it's something that is required, like a special ability or something that is required, it'll pop up right there, which is pretty sweet. You also have, let's see, these are your buff frames here, and as you can adjust the size of them as much as you want. Like, I think 100 is a little too. I would probably go between 90 and 80. I'll probably go like 80%. You can adjust the padding, which is the spacing between them. You can also increase the buff limits up to 32 icons. I mean, look at that. That is crazy. I think that maybe 10 buffs, you know? I don't know. I mean, if we're mainly doing like 5-mans, but I think like 10 buffs is probably good. Yeah, how awesome is that? And then you can also do vertical if you wanted to do vertical on them. It's so great. It's so cool to see, you know, this stuff like this. The same thing with the debuffs. Debuffs, you can always keep debuffs a little bigger, you know, if you wanted to have them catch your eye. So that's pretty neat. Yeah. Show full. Oh yeah, so there you go. You could do that. So it's really just customizable to how you want to do it. And yeah, bravo Blizzard. This is the talking head. I think this is when like you do quests or whatnot, and a little head pops up, and you know, it kind of explains, you know, like if you're talking to Khadgar or, you know, whoever, like their profile or whatnot pops up. So that's what that is. You can move that. If you don't want it right there, you can completely move that. I think that's awesome. Let's see. I think that's really about it. This was just, yeah, this was really everything I wanted to take a look at. So if we save this, we exit out, then, yeah, you see, like our buffs are a little tinier. The one thing, like I said, it'd be nice if they actually would let you shrink down the map. I think that would be pretty cool if they did that. But I think for me, the takeaway here is the edit mode, and I love that your bags are now combined into one single bag. I absolutely love that. Oh, the other thing too is they have completely redid the cast bar situation. So let's open up our hearth so you can see how it looks. It's very different, and I like it. It's got this new kind of like modern look to it. Yeah, this is good stuff. Yeah, this is really cool. I'm really loving it, and this new UI is the tops, man. I don't think I'm gonna really be needing to do much when it comes to you know, like add-ons for my UI. I'm perfectly fine now, I think, rocking the defaulted Blizzard UI. So that's great. Well, guys, this was just a quick little look. You know, it's like 20-something minute video, but it was just a quick little look on the new changes that are happening in the UI when the Dragonflight pre-patch drops later this year. I don't know if they've announced when Dragonflight is coming out. If they have, I've completely missed it, but if they have, maybe you guys let me know in the comments. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Well, my friends, that's going to do it for today. As always, thank you for taking time out of your busy day to spend it with me. If you enjoyed today's video and you want more content from yours truly, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Until next time, I'll see you in Azeroth.